Hello, and welcome back to Quantitative Reasoning Online. We're here to look at Lesson 16D, Preview Assignment. And if you click on that, you should get this window. And it looks like we're doing something called connecting the dots. And we have 5 post-tutorial questions afterwards that we'll discuss and go over. Also during this here, along the way, we'll be doing a search for this map. Well, let's get involved and let's get in the tutorial. There you go. Took a few clicks. And let's see what we have here. Oh, forgot to go back. So let's see. Today, it looks like we will be looking at the preview objectives, identifying variables displayed on a graph, dividing a graph into quadrants. That means 4. Identify specific parts of a complex graph and determine the related quantitative information. The quantitative is our measurables. Which means we can do something. We can add them up, which means we can find means, medians, standard deviations if need be. Okay, quantitative measurables. Oh, I always like these dark clouds. So let's see, in the next class, we will look at dynamic data displayed through a motion bubble chart. We'll look at those. You have seen many examples of graphs that display 2 variables, i.e. scatter plots. And in the last few lessons, you saw graphs that display time as an additional variable. This lesson will display additional variables and begin our discussion of big data in later lessons. You need to have access to a computer and the internet to view the graphic in this preview assignment. It will be helpful to zoom in and out to view the data. The tutorial for preview lesson 16 part D, connecting dots, begins here. Elixir of life. So let's see. Is the United States the wealthiest country in the world? If not, what country do you think is the wealthiest? Here's a big question. How should we measure wealth? Should it only be measured by income, or should we also look at other variables such as health or life expectancy? The graphs for the lesson are taken from the Gapminder website. The Gapminder is fighting devastating ignorance with fact-based worldviews everyone can understand. This nonprofit organization uses large amounts of social, health, economic, and environmental data to help people understand world issues. Its website, www.gapminder.org, provides interactive statistics and videos to support understanding of global issues. Let's do a slight digression here. What's that website look like? Take the Gapminder test. Okay. Welcome to Dollar Street. How not to be ignorant about the world. Try out tools. Don't panic on poverty. Dollar Street. Okay, so lots of odds and ends to look at. Africa is not a country. No, it's a continent. It is comprised of many countries. All right. So on your own, if you want to look more at it, do so. So let's see. Gapminder gives us one way to answer questions about wealth. View the graph. Yes, we'll get to in a second. Graph shows health and wealth data of all United Nations member countries as well as other countries and territories with more than 1 million people. Okay, so we have Okay, so here's the graph. Graph shows health and wealth data for all United Nations members, as well as other countries, more than 1 million people. A wealth and income per person in US dollars for 1 year. Inspect the axis labels and other explanatory information on the graph. Be sure to notice the compass on the upper left-hand corner. Okay, let's see the compass on the upper left. Oh, okay. So let's see. It appears that the higher up is the healthier countries. The lower down is the sicker country. The more to the left are the poorer countries, and more to the right are the richer companies. We have the X is income per person in US dollars, inflation adjusted, it's on a log scale. Log scale, which means it's not totally even, because 50 to 1,000 is 500. Same scale, same distance is doubling, so it looks a little more than doubling. 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Life expectancy in years. So we got some poor, what they consider sick countries because of low life expectancies, and then we have the rich, high life expectancy countries. Surprisingly, the United States is in it. Ooh, near Monaco, Liechtenstein. I wonder how many of you guys know what Liechtenstein is. Luxembourg and Qatar. Kuwait. Hong Kong, when that's changed since the Chinese took over. And a lot of Europe. Yeah, Liechtenstein is a little country tucked in around Belgium and Luxembourg area. It's in Europe. What's up, my coffee? Color by regions. Okay, so green is basically the Western Hemisphere, United States, Canada, Mexico, South America. Blue is Africa. Orange is Europe, Russia, Siberia. Looks like Greenland up there. And the pink is basically the Southwest Asia, Central Asia, East Asia, Southeast Asia, the Pacific Islands, and Australia. Okay. So which of the following is equated with life expectancy? Okay, which is equated with life expectancy? Okay, referring to that one is, well, life expectancy is your up and down. So it looks like health and sickness is that a choice? Health. Measure of health. Okay, what does it indicate if a country is in the lower left-hand corner? Okay, lower left-hand corner. So lower and left. So low income, low health. Lowest population countries in the corner. The smallest countries are in the corner. The countries with low average income and low life expectancies. Didn't quite work the way I was hoping. Low average, high life, high average, low life. Like it says, low average, low life expectancies. And what does the size of each bubble represent? each bubble, oops, is a population. Country's population. All right. Next question. Okay, find the two light blue green lines going through the graph. A horizontal line labeled life expectancy in the world and a vertical line labeled income per person of the world. These two lines divide the graph in 4 quadrants. Too much stuff on here. Oh, here we go. So I guess they're saying if you're below this line, you is bad, above is good, to the left and to the right are where the cutoff is. So it appears that this quadrant is the prime residence quadrant. So what is the largest country in the relatively healthy but poor quadrant? All right. So healthy but poor. The largest country. Well, it looks to be China. So China is, what, did I read the question wrong? Healthy but poor. That is correct. So healthy but poor looks to be China. They're close to being wealthy. This is a few years old. This is 8 years ago. So China. And what is the largest country in the relatively rich but unhealthy quadrant? So rich and unhealthy. Not many people fall in that one. Botswana, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Kazakhstan. Looks like Russia would be the be it. Wow. More population Russia has. So Russia. Russia. All right. Introduction to question 3. Locate the information that explains the colors used in the graph. Okay. That's here. We did that. Okay, we got it identified. For each item, select the correct answer. Which color represents North America and South America? Okay, that would be, wow. Green. North America, South America. Which color is Africa? Remember, Africa is not a country, it's a continent. It's a lot of blue. Wow. Look at all the blue in the unhealthy and poor. A couple of them managed to get in the healthy region, but poor. Notice how a lot of them are Mediterranean, Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia. Libya. Blue. Okay, use the graph and use your answer A and B. Compare the health and wealth of the people in Africa to people in both the United States, North and South America. Part D, Afghanistan, Pakistan, neighboring countries. Okay, we'll do the one I can do the next. I kind of already looked at that one. So there's Africa. Here is a lot of North America. Here's one North America, we'll consider North America, Caribbean, Bolivia. There's only 2 in North and South America that gets in the low. Everyone else is at least in the healthy region. We have some that are poor but healthy. Some that are borderline healthy and just rich. But we have a fair number that are in the healthy and rich area. Well, even Cuba is considered healthy. Must be the great medical plan they have. So basically, North and South America is definitely much healthier than Africa, and in most cases, wealthier than Africa. And find Afghanistan and Pakistan. Let's find Afghanistan and Pakistan. Fortunately, the same color. So Afghanistan, Pakistan. I'm going to pause while I look for these things. Okay, found Afghanistan right away. Took me a while to find Pakistan. Don't know why they kind of stood out. Kind of hit by India though. So Afghanistan, they're both considered, and India for that matter, both considered on the poorer side of nations. But compared to the health, there is a huge disparity. Something like 15 to 20 percentage points, or 15 to 20 years disparity between them. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with Afghanistan being at war, Taliban, and I'm not sure what we call it, not a war with it any longer. But wealth-wise, they're about the same. Not a lot of difference in wealth, less than not a great disparity, but there's a huge disparity in years of age. So, in your notebook, make some notes about that. Hey, Pakistan, Afghanistan, big difference in life expectancy. Not a whole lot of difference in wealth. Just note the size of the circles. So Pakistan is a more populated country than Afghanistan is. Next question. Okay, select each item a little more. The World Bank defines an individual as living in absolute poverty if the individual has approximately $1.25 per day to use to obtain at least a minimum amount of shelter, food, clothing, and health care. Absolute poverty, $1.25 a day. That's like $400 a year. In perspective, in case you're wondering. The World Bank poverty data retrieved from HTTP Poverty World Bank. All right, let's see what this guy has to say. Have caught up, just going to do questions. So part A. What is the annual income of someone who makes $1.25 per day? And I said 400. Let's do better math. I was just swagging it. Wrong button. So $1.25 a day at 365 days a year is 0.5. So that's, of the choices, that's about 500. That'd be D. About $500 a year. Hint. Heh. Multiply. Oh. It's still getting the same price, same conclusions. Part B. Which of the following countries has an income level that is below the absolute poverty level? Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Ethiopia, Haiti, North Korea. Let's see if we can find that off this chart. Wrong one. So $500 per year. So it looks like we have Liberia, Zimbabwe, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Keep those in mind. Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Ethiopia, Haiti, North Korea. One of these two, wasn't it? Zimbabwe. Where's Mozambique at? There's Mozambique. Speaking of North Korea. Oh, North Korea falls. Wow, Bangladesh has almost as big as population as Pakistan. Same. There's North Korea. Zimbabwe. So A. Zimbabwe. That's in Southern Africa, by the way. And Zimbabwe. The only country that are left is Democratic Republic of Congo, Burundi, Zimbabwe, and Liberia, which is what we noted. We drew the line and observed. Okay, watch the video 220 years, 4 minutes at http www.gapmonitor.org. Videos 200 years that changed the world. Explains the data and type of chart that will be used in the upcoming lesson. Video offers a very good context for the data, for history, for the approach to represent that information. Record your answer to each of the following question in your notebook and bring it to the next class. So list one observation you made from watching the video. Experiment with the graph. So countries such as the United States. Play it, activate the graph. So I'm not going to do it. However, let's just see what it looks like. So what I need you to do on your own is to highlight it, copy the link, open up a new window, paste and go, and watch the video. So the video, so you should now go and pause. Okay, so now I'm not going to spend the time on video watching a video, so put me on pause, or when you go and look over and do it yourself, copy it and copy the link and do this on video. Okay, so hopefully you go on and watch the video. I did. That was pretty interesting. So it only takes 4 minutes, but it shows a lot about some of the background of this one. This is, if you watch the video, this is where the video ends at. pretty dramatic because his video showed basically all the countries start in basically an area that was not even on the graph anymore. It was like way down here, and it's all just for years. But over the years, the countries migrated into this current situation, current status. Experiment with, so part B, experiment with the graph at this guy. So let's see what it looks like. Copy. New link. Paste and go. Okay, so here's the graph again. Like I said, everyone started way down this area here. And what do we want to do? Select a country such as the United States, click play to activate the graph. There's one observation made from watching the animated graph. Okay, I'll leave that to you. So let's look at a country that I don't know about. Let's find Liechtenstein. Let's find Liechtenstein. Oh, not on the map. Let's do Luxembourg. Okay. Okay. Lithuania. United States. Okay, so you can break down and seeing what each country is looking at. And what they want you to do with it now? Oh, click play to activate the graph. Where's the play button? Play. Oh, here we go. Now let's do Afghanistan. It said play. So looking at what Afghanistan has done over the years. So you basically track its progress from 1820, was it, up to today. Oh, they had a big dip back in 1800, or whatever that year was. Ooh, it's bouncing all over the place. Okay, let's try the United States. So from 1800, not getting any age, but we're gaining wealth. Oh, had a big dip there in 1870. Oh, Civil War. Oh, yeah, oh wow, that was a Civil War there. That caused a major dip. Westward expansion and Industrial Revolution. 1918. We have a lot. That is the Spanish flu there. The Spanish flu. Onward and upward. All right. So I'll let you track, not just, also look how the circles are doing, they're getting bigger. Also showing this the increase of population. This is Zimbabwe. Nope. I shut the United States off. Well, Zimbabwe is not doing good. All right, so shut up, stop. So again, watch what the graph does as you play it, and do a couple countries, and see what happens to those countries, how they progress over time. Or at the end, how confident you can identify variables displayed on a graph. I'm pretty confident of that one. In the quadrants, sure. And parts of a complex graph determine relative quantitative information. Definitely. So let's see. Identify variables displayed on the graph. We did. Divide a graph into quadrants. We did. We call it was divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrants. Quadrant means 4. And we did all that. So with that, that is connecting the dots. Get the dots. Connecting the dots. Get it? Okay, poor joke. And let's see. So take you some time, do it yourself, play with the graphs. You may learn some interesting history and tidbits. And we'll be back shortly for questions 1 through 5. Till then, I'll see you then.